where there's smoke, there's fire, the #1 podcast in the motherfucking America. You understand me?
You got a look on your face like a nigga that just got out and I already got something to prove. I've been knowing you too long. So what's up?
When the last time you seen Yazzie? I need to bump into her.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to just bump into her. Maybe you can and she don't know you out. But whatever you do, be careful. Lately, Lou been executing people like it's a misdemeanor and some shit.
Welcome to another episode of What Does Smoke Does Fire. Tonight, I got a guest. When I say legendary, as far as in the DFW, he done touched from on entertainment. You can say music, cinema. He gave us a great cinema masterpiece in the Triple D's and the Triple D Revenges. And when I say a director, we can't just say he's a local director. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, Triple D Revenge is doing wonderful. We got director Mr. E, the writer, not just director, but you wrote the movie also. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hey, like I say, you gave us something wonderful, man. Hey, Mr. E, it's a pleasure to have you on Where the Smoke There's Fire. You know.
Vice versa. It's always good linking up with you, my guy.
For sure, for sure. I got some questions, and I guess I'm gonna start it off like this right here. Everybody wants to know the inspiration factor. You know what I'm saying? You started in the entertainment, but it was on the music side of it. And then it was like, hey, I'm finna switch over here and I'm finna go into the cinema side of it. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Where did they come from and what brought on that change?
I guess what it was after doing the music, which most people know me for producing for Don Chief. Shout out to my boy Don Chief and all the other Dallas artists that, you know, I made music for. I end up getting with a music video director, and he was like, "Yo, let's try to do a movie." I was already kind of like writing treatments for music videos. He was like, "Yo, let's go on and do a movie." So I was like, "All right." Long story short, we kind of did the best we could. I got a lot of artists that was hot at the time from Dallas, and you know, I wrote the story. We filmed the Triple D movie. We did a premiere. It did well. We sold quite a few units. Got a little distribution situation, and just the I guess the success from it, if you know, it kind of motivated me to want to do filmmaking for the rest of my life.
For sure.
So, long story short, I took about 6 or 7 years, studied filmmaking, and we did Triple D Revenge. I got my boy Mo 3, may he rest in peace.
Long live
3, along with some other characters, and did Triple D Revenge.
What was the things you was looking for as far as when you were picking the cast for Triple D Revenge? Because, I mean, anybody who have seen it, matter of fact, if you ain't seen it, go on Tubi, check out, matter of fact, 1 and 2 both are on Tubi, you know what I'm saying? But what was those things you looked for in the casting that made you say, you know what, I think I want to grab this person, I want to grab that person?
Just making sure that the actors fit the mold of that particular character. You know what I mean?
Right.
I always visualize the characters, and they had already come alive in my mind. So it was just a matter of making sure that we cast it in a way that it was very, very close to the idea and the concept that I had of them different characters. I spent a lot of time on those characters, developing them characters to be who they are. And shout out to the cast and crew because they did an amazing job. They did an amazing job, and to be honest with you, I was very picky. So for them to make it and then come through the way they did, I can't ask for nothing less. It was second to none, so I'm grateful for that.
Right. What were some of the obstacles? I mean, everybody seen the after, you know what I'm saying, the finished product. What were some of the obstacles you ran into maybe creating this project, and how did you figure out a way to get around it?
I would say probably the biggest obstacle was capital. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, money, as we know, anything take money, but especially movies.
Most definitely.
So, I mean, I gotta shout out all the filmmakers because, you know, making movies is not easy, especially if you don't have the capital. You know what I mean? Shout out to you boys. Shout out to, you know, TV Now. Y'all really doing y'all thing. But the bottom line is, you know, I started out with $0. Started out with $0. And before you know it, we was able to raise the capital through investors to get the movie done. So, you know, I'm thankful for that.
Most definitely. I thank them too, because we wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying, the revenge if we didn't have those investors, you know, come through and made it happen. It made it the masterpiece that it was.
For sure.
So,
For
you
sure.
know, it, what would you, if, I mean, now, the way the industry is, because now I see a lot of people now, you can't just be a good rapper and think that you can make it. You got to have some story either to go with it, or you have to do something else. Because right now, music is something that you get streams, but it really don't sell like it used to back in the day. So, as moving forward, would you say that cinema is the new lane and media is the new lane because it's about content?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you know, coming from the music world, if you had dope music, then you got fans, you got booked, and now people not really even trying to hear you if you don't have visuals,
Right.
if you don't have a gimmick with visuals, if you don't have a song with visuals, if you don't have a show with visuals, and some artists, they get a buzz just off visuals. So, yeah, absolutely. I think you hit that one on the nail.
What's some of your processes when it go into writing and developing these characters? You know, like Three's character, Draco. You know what I'm saying? And you sit down, or you know what I'm saying, or Big Lou.
Right.
All of these different characters, they had different personalities. And what was some of the processes of just sitting down and saying, you know what, this is how I see this person being, and really trying to tap in, but not just coming up with this character, but conveying to the cast and the rest of the crew, hey, this is what I want, this is the picture I want you to paint and present, and so they could do it correctly and present it to the screen so we received it the way that we did.
Right. You know, half of it was making sure that I really was tuned into the story and tuned into what the cast needed in order to portray them characters.
Right.
Another part of it, of course, was just making sure I developed the characters well. But I think the last part was, once I did cast it, I allowed the characters to add their touch and really become them characters. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they embraced it. They studied the tendencies hard, and they really became them characters. And I mean, people still talk about them characters today. You know what I mean? You brought up Draco. Draco is a popular character that people talk about today, which, you know, spoiler alert, Draco is Mo 3. You know what I mean? Draco's Mo 3. But my process was basically just working very hard at the tendencies of the character to make sure they stood out. And a lot of them were based on a combination of real people that I knew.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And so when you went to, I know you say you studied film for 7 years. Did you go here locally, or did you travel and go abroad to like a film school away from here? What process did you go about studying?
You know what? Believe it or not, I did it on my own. It was YouTube, it was internet, it was research. I got some material on filmmaking, and I just dove in it really on my own. You got to remember, in 2014, when we came out with the Triple D movie, it wasn't a whole lot of filmmakers from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you know? So it wasn't like easy for me to find somebody that could mentor me. So I just kind of had to do the homework on my own. But, you know, I just kind of tried to get some information wherever I could.
Right. It's interesting you say it wasn't nobody to mentor you, but now, to the up and coming filmmakers around the DFW area, now you are that mentor that people look for, you know what I'm saying, because you gave us a masterpiece with Revenge, you know what I'm saying? So
Thank you, man.
how do you know what I'm saying, how does that feel, you know, when people come to you and they seek advice from you, you know what I'm saying, they want to know, what do I need to do, or how can I put this together, you know what I'm saying? What advice will you have for an aspiring director or somebody who want to do this in the future?
So much. So much. Mainly, I would say learn filmmaking because obviously you have to play the game before you can make the rules.
Right.
You know what I mean? So definitely know and understand the process. If you're a director or you're a filmmaker, then understand and respect everybody's position in the process and really pour some love into leadership because at the end of the day, a happy crew and a happy cast gonna get you what you want. And then if you're an actor or an actress, you know, just work hard on your craft. You know what I mean? That simply put, that would be like probably some of the advice I would give.
Most definitely, most definitely. I ain't gonna say a spoiler alert. We ain't trying to get nobody nothing too much, but you have any projects? Mr. E got some projects he working on now that's coming soon. That we, you know what I'm saying? I know we like to keep things in suspense. We don't want to give them too much, but I mean, is there something you can give the people, let them know, hey, we definitely know you're still working. So, you know, what can we look for coming from Mr. E?
Yeah, I definitely got some projects on the way to be announced. You know what I mean? I want to make sure I announce them in the right time. I got some shit with TV Now. Shout out to my boy Jules. You know what I mean? Dope. And, you know, we got some dope that's on its way to the plat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we definitely
got
got that.
some blocks.
Actually, I can honestly say I was blessed to go to class and get some acting pointers and still learning from Mr. E. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? That right there, that's an honor in itself because I don't think, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing about you. People can kind of see you in the city, but you're not just as accessible. You have that mystique about you. You know what I'm saying? You might see Mr. E, but to get to Mr. E, you know what I'm saying? Gonna take some phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Some DMs. Some.
Man, listen, these boys wild out here in the Triple D.
Right.
I be trying to stay out the way till it's time to play.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you know, I could be reached, you know, IG and all that. I don't be trying to be like not accessible, but you know, at that same token, I can't be
over accessible neither.
Yeah, and then I just, you know, I be trying to work, just keep working. You know what I mean?
It's always good to stay in the lab. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself busy. My mom always told me an idle mind is the devil workshop. So you keep yourself busy working. You know what I'm saying? And progressing towards something positive. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about right there. That's one of the things. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of Dallas, what part of Dallas you from?
Man, I'm from Oak Cliff, Holly Hills to be exact.
For sure. Yeah, we had to make that twist. You know, I'm keeping it very professional, but we had to give, you know, this is the culture. What part of the D, you know what I'm saying? You from the Cliffs.
Shout out to the Hills.
Already. So, what about music? Are you still dipping that? Can a person get a beat if they don't know? You know what I'm saying? We want some production from Mr. E. Is that still an option?
Yeah, that's still an option. I don't do music as much, but in a lot of times when I am doing music, it's for the films. But at the end of the day, you know, money talk.
Most definitely. Speaking of for the films, were you when it came to the soundtrack of the film?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we definitely heard 3 a lot in the soundtracks of the film. That, you know what I'm saying. But what look were you going for when you say, you know what, when you was picking those songs? You know what I'm saying?
It was just about making sure that the whatever record was playing or whatever piece of music was playing, it helped push you into the moment and gave you a connection with what was going on with the scene and the emotion of the character.
Okay. What were there any challenges or what? I mean, because I know with film you got cinematography, you got production directors, you got all these different machines going.
Mm-hmm.
What was one of the difficult ones for you that was, you know what I'm saying, that was kind of like, well, you might have been good at this one, that one, but it was like, all right, this one right here, I might need to focus on a little bit more and make sure this is right a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a firm believer you can't stretch yourself too thin.
Right, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. You know, I was blessed because with Triple D Revenge, I had a solid crew, very solid crew. I can't complain about them at all, you know. Shout out to Les, my DP, did an excellent job with the cinematography. Shout out to Jamal, who also pitched in us with cinematography as well. And he was just all around dope to the project. Shout out to the whole crew. I don't want to leave nobody out. I had awesome sound design, location, production managers. real good grips and gaffers and people that help. You know what I mean? Good production design, and I don't want to leave nobody out. But I had a really good team, and I can't ask for nothing more.
Right. Most definitely. Man, like I said, you can definitely tell when you got everybody hitting on the right cylinders at the right time. You can make something great happen, and that's what happened with Revenge. And is there a sequel coming?
Well, Triple D Revenge, for those who don't know, Triple D Revenge actually is the sequel to the Triple D movie.
Right. So that would be.
Do we have a trilogy?
A trilogy, yeah, a trilogy. Let me get my terms right. A trilogy coming.
Yes, a trilogy definitely coming. You know, we're gonna be announcing that, but that's brewing. So,
Okay. That give y'all something, you know what I'm saying, to have hope for. You know what I'm saying. Definitely, I look forward to it. You know what I'm saying, for shit show. Man, it just. Do you plan on going out of the Dallas area and doing some productions and some directing and, you know, taking it like to the West Coast, shooting some East Coast, you know what I'm saying? Because here in the South, as actors, people just in general, we're very easy to depict where we're from because of our accents, the way we wear our clothes, our swag, everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of easy. I would think it's kind of easy to shoot a movie where you're from because you know the lingo, everything like that. But when you go to the West Coast, they talk a little different, they dress a little different. You know what I'm saying? Everything's a little different. So I'm sure that's challenging in itself too. And just to say to push yourself on a different aspect like that.
Right. I have every plan on making sure that I touch different demographics, different cultures, different parts of the country, and you know, it's just a matter of studying that place and keeping the content authentic.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I definitely plan on doing that. So it just won't be Dallas, but you know, Dallas is obviously the home front.
Right, most definitely.
And it's the home team. You
Most
know what I
definitely.
mean? So,
It kind of threw me out. I think it kind of threw everybody off at the first part of Revenge with the white couple walking.
yeah.
Because I think I had to stop it and make sure I hit the right button. You know what I'm saying? That was because I was like, wait a minute. I thought I'd hit it. Then it comes on with a white couple walking down the street, and I was like,
Right.
It kind of, you know what I'm saying? I was like, wait a minute. But I like the twist it had with it.
Yeah, you know, and I did that intentionally because I didn't just want to come out the gate with the typical, oh, this is a hood movie, the typical niggas on the porch or in the trap,
Right.
or on the corner on the green box. I didn't want to do the typical, and I kind of wanted to throw a curveball.
Right.
Because what happens is if you see something that people don't expect, they tend to pay a little closer attention to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I would definitely say it drew you in because, I mean, like I said, I was thinking like, where could this be going? Especially my first time watching it.
Right.
Now, I done watched it about 5-6 times now, so you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the mark of a good. And then now, let's think about speaking of, with the way the cinema lane is going, you have Detroit. They're putting out a whole bunch of content for shows, like season shows, and then also they putting out the movies. You know what I'm saying? They working hard. And I think that Dallas has that potential to do that and be even bigger also with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact of right now. I mean, it's a lot of people doing it, but it ain't that many here doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's far few and in between. And I feel like we can all come together and turn the media up here in the DFW area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, shout out to all the filmmakers out of the DFW Metroplex.
Right.
It's quite a few, especially compared to when I first started.
Most
you know
definitely.
what I mean? So, shout out to all of them. Dallas is definitely gonna be one of them hubs, man, bro. Like Dallas is really gonna be one of them film hubs where a lot of dope shit is coming up out of here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm excited.
Because, I mean, Dallas got that swag about it that's always stood out from everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? You can always kind of tell a person from Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Versus Houston or, you know what I'm saying, Louisiana or just in different places in the South. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when Dallas had the boogie era, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dallas done went through quite a few eras, you know what I'm saying? But now, I like the era that where Dallas is going now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say you one of the spearheads, you know what I'm saying, leading it with what's new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Showing that, hey, it's something else we can do. It's other lanes we can take. You know what I'm saying? And that's,
For sure.
That's, you know what I'm saying? That's lit right there. That's real lit. Man, trying to, you know what? No, it was something else. We went to an event Tuesday.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know. Your partner, that's why I say your life partner, you know what I'm saying? Miss Cherry Johnson. How did y'all meet? For y'all who don't know, that is Maxine from Family Matters, Laura's best friend. How did that, because I'm sure people, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure people, when they saw my social media and saw y'all, they was like, and I'm like, nah, that's Mr. E girl, you know what I'm saying? They're like, how did he meet? So it's like, I'm sure that's a question a lot want to know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, this is my first time elaborating on that on camera, you know what I mean? But shout out to Cherry Johnson. She's a legendary actress.
Right.
You know, very special to me. Very special to me. And she been working since she was 6 years old.
Right.
And not only do we, you know, we rock out the way we rock out, but also she's somebody I can learn from.
Right.
You know, you're talking about a child sensation.
Most definitely.
You know, all the way up to an adult sensation, and now she's writing and producing along with the acting. And yo, it's phenomenal just even being able to be next to her. Sometimes we sit and she tell me stories like that you wouldn't believe. Right. And it gives me a glimpse inside of what it would be to reach that level of success. Right. You know what I mean? So shout out to
most
wifey.
Definitely shout out, man, because I mean everybody was like, they're like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And I mean after she sat there and spoke, I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Because she gave us a lot of game as far as going into the industry, as far as auditioning, everything.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And she gave us stuff as people that if you're in the industry and you're acting, that a lot of things we worry about, like you said, even the nervousness. But you said, like you told us, you said a good director can see through your nervousness and see.
Well, a good director not necessarily can see through your nervousness, but they can see past your nervousness.
Right, see it past it.
Where they don't really use that as a factor because at the end of the day, they just want to know what you have the potential to be if it's a good director.
Right. So like say you got some projects coming up, and if they might have some auditions, and anybody seeing this and you might want to show up to an audition, what is something Mr. E gonna be looking for in that audition? What are those important key factors? You know what I'm saying? Let's give us like 3 important factors you're gonna look for off top.
Being authentic. I want to create characters that people don't feel like they've seen before. Right. Obviously, the look. You know, the look that not only stands out from every other character in the film, but also when you think about the storyline and the tendencies, and then that character's look, it all line up. Right. You know what I mean? And I would just have to say, you know, entertaining to look at. Right. From the standpoint of, you know, certain people you can watch the way they walk or the way they talk or the way they deal, and they interesting. Right. You know what I mean? So I would just have to say being interesting, you know, being authentic, and making sure they fit the look that we're looking for. I think that's, as a director, that's probably what I'll be looking for.
For sure. I saw you got that small role in Revenge, you know what I'm saying? You was in and out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is that something that you doing? Are you doing all your projects, or you gonna always give us like that? You know what I'm saying? That Easter egg. You know what I'm saying? The glimpse of Mr. E. Maybe it's just a short role or something. Just.
Nah, I didn't want to do that one.
Oh, you didn't want to do it?
Nah, hell nah. I didn't want to do it, but I'm enslaved to the story, and you know, it just had to make sense. So, right. You know, I was in and out like a robbery, but I didn't want to do it. But you know, we got it done. You know, put it like this: I was the only character involved that didn't have a director.
Oh, I feel you on that right there, right? So.
Yeah. But you know,
you made it. You knocked it out. You know what I'm saying? You did a little drinking and driving, but you knocked it out, though. You know, is this something? Do you ride with the glass? Was that you? Was that more you, or was that character? Because that character we really didn't get to see him. So was that more just like you, how you would be with your homeboy? You know, pulling up on him and dropping him off. You know what I'm saying? Or
Well, actually, if you go back and look at the Triple D movie,
Right.
I played a character of Raymond
Right.
in the first. They say Raymond or Ray, either one.
Right.
But I played a character of Ray in the first Triple D
Right.
movie. So yeah, that was definitely part of my character.
Right, okay, for
Now-
sure.
Now what Mr. E do, you know, I ain't gonna get into that. But,
Right.
But
Right, for
what
sure.
Raymond do, that was one of his tendencies. you know what I mean?
Right. I think you definitely tell Dallas. You definitely paint Dallas in a great picture when it comes to cinema, because that's what the Triple D is. It's like a combination of everything Dallas. What I would say the
I sure
DFW,
appreciate
the Metroplex. You know what I'm saying?
I sure appreciate that. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I was going for, and I was just hoping that the rest of the city feel the same. So
Man, for
yeah,
sure.
I ain't gonna lie.
And I'm thinking, you know, man, you definitely I don't think you let nobody down. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, you do that, then you can hold your head high and stick your chest out. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, it's an honor. And like I say, I thank you for coming by, pulling up, and coming to the vibes.
How could I
Chelsea, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I shout out to them because they always, when I'm in town, hey, I got open arms, they got open arms, and they always have me pull up and, you know what I'm saying, and have my people pull up and let's make something happen.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? And a lot of times, you know, you don't get that everywhere. And I can say, like, I'm not even from Dallas, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even from Texas. But one thing about here, y'all welcome me with open arms and y'all make me feel at home. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like my second home.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, the Triple D is in you. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Triple D is in you. So shit, welcome
Like
to
I
the
say,
Triple
sometimes
D.
it ain't on you seeing you. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
So-
to young Nino and Hot Boys, the founding fathers of the Triple D movement.
Man, shout out. And like I said, man, thank you for coming by. Shout out to the Vibe. Shout out to TV Now Network, the hottest network in the streets right now. If y'all don't know, hey man, you finna find out because we got so much stuff dropping, man. Shout out Jules, man. Hey,
Jules.
hey, the millionaire mogul, man. Hey, he really doing his thing, man. Hey,
I like that, Jules, the millionaire mode.
hey, man, hey.
Look out, Jules.
Like I said, man, y'all, hey, thank y'all for tuning in. And like I say, man, y'all got it right here live. Director Mr. E. Hey, and he got more stuff coming. So y'all just be on the lookout. Appreciate y'all for tipping in.